Hello guys, and welcome back to another LEGO video. And today's video I'm going to be discussing whether I think 2021 was a good year or a bad year for the LEGO group. Now if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe for similar content, and without further ado I'll begin the video. So firstly we're going to start with the positive events that have happened this year. Now this is not all of them, however it's just some key ones that have happened for the LEGO group. So firstly we have plenty of new awesome sets. So obviously these will depend on whether you personally think they are good or not. However, there is bound to be a set that has released this year that you think is awesome. So top left we have some of the botanical range along with the birds of paradise on the far right. We have a new modular building which is the police station. We have the Adidas shoe which was quite interesting to see LEGO do. That rhymed. But this just shows you that LEGO can really make anything as long as there's a demand for it. We had the awesome Titanic, which is just released, which I believe now is the longest LEGO set ever to be made, exceeding that of the Super Star Destroyer and of the regular Star Destroyer. We have plenty of different cars and Technic sets, one of which was the Porsche, and you can see that looks really good over there. We have the mini Disney Castle, which I personally think is a great set. One thing that put me off the larger set was the fact that the back wasn't fully enclosed, which ultimately made it easy to play with if you're younger. If you were to have that set as a display set, then you would be able to see into the castle from certain angles, whereas this smaller scale one for 30 quid in the UK, it's easy to store on a shelf and it's fully enclosed, meaning every angle you'll see a different part of the exterior of the castle. So LEGO have also done some charitable acts this year. So firstly there was a LEGO group asking families to build a star and to make a difference. Now this is on the LEGO website, so you can go and see this yourself if you so choose. So this is to aim to help 1.5 million children in need, so pretty good cause, and there is a video which you can watch online. Now the LEGO Foundation also donates 7.1 million Danish kroner to the German Red Cross, which was to help people to rebuild their lives after flooding, which again is a kind act by the LEGO company, which they've done this year. And then also this year's been a great business year for LEGO, so they've given 20,000 employees 3 days extra holiday after they had great profits. So you can see there's a picture which is taken from The Guardian for the UK edition. And on the right, just so I've got multiple sources from Brick Fanatics, the LEGO group giving more holiday and bonuses after a great year in 2021. And just a little quote at the bottom, LEGO is well known for looking after its staff, with employees regularly benefiting from the company's financial achievements. So a great year for LEGO really, in terms of sales and in terms of charitable acts. So moving on to some negative events that have happened this year. We first have the unforgiving Ulysses space probe. So this was a promotional set intended to be released with the NASA Discovery Shuttle for people buying it on day one. Sort of like how if you buy the UCS 8080 you get a lightsaber with it. This was the similar idea but with the spaceship. It missed the intended release date in the first place. And then even when it was released, it was poorly managed. A lot of websites were shut down or crashed for many people, and therefore a lot of people missed out on the chance to buy this. Even when people got this set, a lot of people complained how it was just a bit of cardboard, the instructions as the actual box itself, and then the pieces were in like a proper bag. There's a lot of talk as well about the quality of the promotional item as well. So here I've taken some screenshots of some YouTube thumbnails. So you can obviously go and watch these videos yourself, and with all the relevant channels being shown in the images. But all of this is negative towards the LEGO set being delayed, or the actual release being poorly managed. So that's not a particularly good thing that's happened this year for LEGO. I'd say it's been poorly managed and it could have been done better. So next I've labelled this the Ghastly Gunship. So quite a while ago there was a fan vote between a UCS gunship, a UCS TIE bomber, and a UCS Nebulon B frigate. Now the fans, so us, could vote for one of these three, and whichever one got the most votes would inevitably be built by LEGO as a UCS set. Now the gunship won, which over half of you voted for according to LEGO. And this also included a vote for minifigs, which is where the main debate comes from, which I'll get onto in a sec. The box also had the wrong insignia printed, so instead of having the Republic insignia, it had the Empire printed on there. So it's just small details like this, but ultimately you should be getting this right on an expensive set. And then there was some other mistakes throughout the release, which definitely could have been better handled, or final quality control. But right, I've taken a screenshot of Mandar with his interesting discussion about the Republic gunship and the whole release, so it's quite a good summary of everything that's been going on. I've also taken some screenshots of the LEGO website. Now there are plenty of other ones actually praising the set and not mentioning anything about the minifigures, but here I've just chosen two. So here's a 5-star one. Basically it says it's a good set, but they should have put more minifigs in it. And then the 3-star one is a summary really of what happened. So if you want to pause the video, go ahead now and you can read all that, or you can go on the LEGO website yourself and see it. However, one of the designers did mention a lot of people just remember a yellow clone, which has annoyed a lot of people because this is a UCS set aimed for fans or collectors, and a lot of people in that target market will remember exactly what that character is or who they are. So a statement like this quite annoyed a lot of people. So my thoughts and opinions on this year. Interestingly, when I just go on Google Trends to see if LEGO has increased in popularity, it's hard to really deduce. It seems to have stayed roughly the same, where every Christmas there is a peak. However, it is interesting to note that the highest peak was in the most recent Christmas. So if there's a higher peak this Christmas, then you could say that LEGO is increasing in popularity. But overall it's roughly the same over the past 5 years. Positives, LEGO's trying new things. They tried with video, which hasn't done amazing, but I know certain people have bought it, so they are still shifting stock. The botanical range has been extended to have a load of new different plants, which has been really interesting, and also very similar things as well. We've had new collaborations with LEGO, so we've got Overwatch 2 sets, which is surprising really, because Overwatch obviously includes guns, and LEGO's not really about violence like that. So it'll be intriguing to see where this set goes and whether it will still be released. And if it is, maybe other gun-related themes in the future could be released, like Indiana Jones again, especially since there is a new movie coming up soon. And then great staff and employee benefits this year. And I'd imagine if LEGO get similar growth next year, then the staff and employee would be able to expect similar benefits, which has overall been pretty good for LEGO. However, negatives, they've had poorly handled promotional items, which has caused a lot of frustration really with fans. Lack of communication and why certain minifigs weren't included. I'm not going to go into this in this video. However, if you're into Star Wars and the LEGO community, you'll probably be aware of Phase 2 Cody and the whole debate about why was he not included in the gunship, and then why not in more recent minifigure packs, which are going to be released next year. So there's quite a lot of debate about the minifig selection within the actual UCS gunship set. And then also the LEGO collectible coins were questionable, because LEGO's there is promoting rare items, which obviously sell a lot on the aftermarket, which is normally what they're not about. Hence why they have like buy limits on certain sets, so people can't just buy them all and then resell them. So it's interesting to see why LEGO are doing that when it sort of goes against some of their morals. But overall, I think LEGO have had a pretty good year. Sales wise they've done great. I think that's because a lot of people have reconnected with LEGO because of the lockdowns and because of COVID. However, despite having a great year, I do think there's still stuff to improve on, mainly when it comes down to releasing promotional items or collectible things. They really need to have contingency plans in there, such that everyone has a fair chance to get them. Otherwise you'll get a lot of frustration from the fans. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've certainly enjoyed making it. Leave a comment on what you think. I think a lot of this can be down to people's opinions, so it'll be interesting to see what you all think, of what you think LEGO's done good this year, what they've done bad, what I possibly missed out, because I know there'll be a lot more things which I haven't included in this video. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.